We are live again. Let's do a quick market recap. At evening, Sunday's evening. Oh, somebody liked my comments on YouTube. It's really made my day seeing that somebody liked my comment. Market analysis Sunday evening. Technical Sunday evening. Perhaps some psychology. About stuff. Okay. Last week, Monday, 29th, I entered a short position on Euro CHF. Remember? I talked about it. Surprisingly, it did quite well. When you reverse the chart, this is a textbook continuation, perhaps. I don't know. No, I found this setup based on this image of the market. And right now, reversing the chart doesn't feel very natural to me. Of course, you can count on some reversals happening. If you look at this like that, on a very like small fractal scale, there is even 61.8 fib. It could be a nice place to search for a continuation of a uptrend. Of course. You know what? It's probably not very professional to record a live session shirtless. Shirtless. Shouldn't be doing that. But I don't. Nobody watches it anymore anyway, so this is I'm completely fine with this. So, one successful trade. Let's look at some other markups that I had on my chart. Bitcoin. I did not mark this, so I wasn't conscious about it, but someone says or said that Bitcoin was at 70,000, and at 70,000 Michael Saylor sold like 20 Bitcoins or 30 Bitcoins, and it caused a chain reaction, and that's why we had 60,000. So I had this rumors. This is like complete nonsense. It shouldn't. This like this small volumes doesn't move the market like this. So this is just a like for the people who like rumors. I don't like rumors. I like facts, and I like technical analysis. Okay. So um, US tech, so Nasdaq Friday closed at Friday 18 o'clock in Germany, and okay, this was potentially good trade. Now it came back down towards 61.8 and bounced again, which would suggest some market manipulation, some weakness, some consolidation. And this retracement wasn't perfect one, right? It was more like 3 hour. Yeah, it was more like filling fair value gap on 3 hour. No, I shouldn't. I should wear a fucking t-shirt, I think. Oh, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not wearing t-shirt. Where is it? I'm thinking about potential people in power who could watch this video and who may think this guy is crazy. Why? I'm wearing t-shirts in my private video. Nobody watches it. I don't have any views. No. Okay, I'm in a suit. I just wanted to mention that. Would I be entering this long again? Very tricky. So time has did its job. We are at fair value gap again. Fair value gap. There are some other fair value gaps now. from a 4-hour time frame, a fair value gap. Very, very tricky one, you know, very tricky one. But potentially there's another opportunity for a long on US tech. This one particular candle would be perceived by me as a engulfing candle. And the fair value gap combined with a fib, but this fib is not a perfect fib. So perhaps looking for a short. Perhaps looking for a short would be more reasonable. But this is not going to be any special kind of short. If anything, I would target the previous lows. Like something like that. If anything. But I guess this stop loss is going to be too big for me to enter. Okay. Let's move on. No, there is something interesting I wanted to share, but I cannot do this right now because I haven't had time. Had no time during the weekend to gather the informations, but I encouraged my daughter, she's 8 years old, to trade alongside with me. And of course, she did her own style trading, which was looking at the chart on 1 minute. I told her to look at the chart on 1 hour at least. So she stick to 30 minutes or 15 minutes. And she just analyzed quickly all the pairs on her trading view. And surprisingly, she had many wins. Many wins. I'm gonna share the screenshots with you. I'm gonna prepare a presentation about that. Perhaps this is going to change something or teach me something about trading in general. And she's going to trade with me. She's going to trade with me. US oil. Keep pushing down, but finding a stronger bottoms. As you can see, I need to energize myself somehow. Oh, this is nice. Germany, all-time high. German index, German 40, all-time high. Perhaps the poor people in the transport industry are going to make more money now. By the way, I have some very nice memory. I remember, I will never forget that one. When, like usually I was sleeping my 6 hours after a night shift. And my boss called me. Everyone from office called me during my sleep time, and I had my phone on offline mode, so I was unreachable for them. It was about a car. There was like some damage to the. Jesus, I have to tell. There was some damage to the fence at the company we were working for, and there stood our company car. And they called me because I had to remove that car or repark it on the other slot. But I was just, my handy was off. I was sleeping during my 6 hours time. And of course, you can imagine what happened. They took that money off of my salary because the construction workers had to call a um, they had to call the tow, and they took the car with tow. So I just simply they simply took the money from my salary for that. Like as if I was uh, as if I was responsible for that. As if I should somehow knew that the next day they're going to repair the fence. And they simply shamelessly took the money from my salary. Like 400 euros or something like that. I'll never forget. Like, all I want to say is just fuck you, my previous boss, really. And I couldn't say anything because I'm a fucking migrant. I needed money, I needed job. And I still need money and I still need job. I never had so many negative feelings toward my previous boss ever. Even my father, you know? I worked for my father. He abused me like fuck. He abused me like fuck. He paid me nothing. I should be thankful for even being allowed to work for him. This is how he treated me. But I don't have as many negative memories as I had towards my previous boss. And that's a strange thing because we never actually talked for the whole time. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go back to the trading. So 400 euros took from the salary because I was simply exercising my right to sleep after night shift. What a fucking sick people. So many negative stuff about it. I will never agree to work a night shift work again. Night shift job or shift job. And I'm gonna make 100,000 a year. 100,000 euros a year. That's a fucking minimum. Okay. If you look at German 40, you have to probably look at 5 minute or you wouldn't find anything encouraging. There is some signal. No, talking negatively about your previous boss is always a bad move. Because they are different people. They have money, they have more rights, they have insurances, they have lawyers. They can ruin you. And they most certainly do the job, do the business out of fucking pure compassion, you know? Out of pure compassion towards people, towards poor migrants who has who has believed in a German dream. Nothing I can see there. Of course, in like this case with withdrawing money from my salary, it could be just random event because no, they just randomly paid 10% less, 20% less each month. So it could be just a random event. It doesn't mean that it happened because of that. I shouldn't be fucking recording this video because I feel really negative about my previous company that I worked for. The time has changed. My health condition changed. I was ruined completely. Now, experiencing burnout is nothing fun. And I talked about that with a guy. He told me that he had something similar, or probably even the same, and it's called like they call it in Germany like falscher Stolz. So es würde it would be in English like false pride, false pride in your capabilities. So I could use the system. I could use the doctor, go to doctor and tell him about that I'm sick. I feel sick. I'm burnt out. I have so many fucking problems. My health is completely ruined. I can see with my own eyes, but I didn't. I used my own capital to heal myself. Because I never believed in the system. And of course, it wouldn't cover all the costs. The system wouldn't cover all the costs. It doesn't matter, you know. Oh, so the GBP USD did what the rig was aiming toward, and what the Magnus was aiming toward. So a congratulations to the people who took GBP USD long. I haven't took it. I just marked it on my chart, and as you see, the pullback was deep, but right now it it went above 61.8, which is something unexpected in the case of continuation of the downtrend. So I would be expecting some type of some consolidation, so even a pullback. And then probably continuation of a uptrend. I don't feel like recording this anymore today. For some reason, I really don't. GBP card. Okay. My assumption with GBP card was that it's going to fall. It didn't. Strength of the GBP occurred. So it wasn't really technical setup. It was more like a fundamental trade. Look, GBP AUD disrespected 61 and still pushed higher. It was fundamental setup, not a technical setup. This might be a long setup. It's similar to something else. If you're so negative about my previous job, you have no idea. The more I don't work there, the more negatives I feel. The more it's like trauma. It's like trauma. It's setting. It's slowly like coming back at me what I had lived through. I really cannot focus on trading right now. The trading is the last thing that is on my mind. But I'm scanning the market for potential moves. No, look, AUD USD could act similarly to GBP USD, but it could be in an early stage. See? But it doesn't, it's never a guarantee. But it's worth observing. USD AUDs, this is the same. Euro USD. Look, Euro USD acted just as instructed. Bounced from 29.2. But currently bouncing from a 50 on a higher time frame. So for €1, we're gonna get less USD. The question is if dollar is going to is going to rise. Let's keep going to rising. Are there some signals that US dollar is going to jump higher now? Now, blaming myself for the past mistake. And my past mistake was to spend too many years in the same place, in the same toxic place, where I wasted so much of my potential. And I could be crying about this for so many more days. This is really pissing me off. that I was disrespecting myself so deeply, that I spent so much time with such a toxic company. Because I haven't never believed in myself. Because I thought they're doing me a favor by keeping me there. And when I became jobless, I realized how much harm I did to myself by like spending so many years in a company where the boss is too poor to pay you a proper insurance. And I have to eat a fucking rice with a fucking sugar to survive now and to realize my plans. Of course, I could turn this upside down and be thankful for even having money. But let's be real. The fact that I stayed so long in this company shows that I really hated myself deeply. It was like tattooing your whole fucking body with swastikas because you hate yourself so much. This is like similar experience that I feel that I did to myself. And no offense, you have a great company. It's a fantastic company to like work there for 1 month and go away. That's all. I really don't understand the people who stay there longer than 1 month if they don't have a financial struggles or something like that. But life is like this. Life fucks you in the ass, and once you have enough, then you realize that you are a fucking slut already because you are so badly fucked that you cannot simply make it good again. You need fucking millions to go out of this shithole. Euro JPY. I'm also angry at God because he waked me too late. God wakes you up when you lose family, you lose wife, you lose every fucking thing, you lose your savings, you lose friends, you lose your fucking dignity. This is when the God wakes you up. When he sends a people at you who triggers you without a fucking reason. Like some say it's God, some say just biology. Either way, this is something that you cannot ignore. You have to act upon it. Look, this is a tricky trade. It looks like it's perfect 61.8. I have so much negativity in me, you have no fucking idea. If I understand the people who tattoo themselves. If I had to tattoo myself, I would have to implant like skin from fucking elephant to put it on, put it all on me. That's why I don't do tattoos, because it doesn't make sense to me. Because either way, I'm not gonna like be able to pull everything out of me. You should be caring more about your fucking workers. Okay, nothing today. Thank you for watching. See you probably tomorrow or on some days. If anything, then Nasdaq I will probably risk. And some of the red flagged trades, but I think Nasdaq is always like 50-50. Even if you have a good setup, it's always 50-50 because they know many people watch it, many people trade it. Okay. Anyway, thank you for staying tuned with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully with less rage outbursts. See you.